Welcome to the revolution.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Golden Rage from MaddenRevolution.com. Shout out to the gaming community out there, especially the Madden community. So a while ago, if we recall, we lived in a state of football nirvana. Indeed, the wizards over at Visual Concepts had made the greatest football game of all time. A masterpiece that to this day, guys, a lot of people feel can never be topped. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about NFL 2K5. Now, we've all heard the rumors or the theories that this supposedly is the greatest football game of all time. This digital monument to the gridiron could only be stopped, though, by the competition over at EA, who supposedly were so threatened by its greatness that they were able to convince the NFL to give them full exclusive license, raining down on 2K's parade. But if you consider the past, few so-called greats have more built-in mythology than the NFL 2K series. The only problem is that once you strip away the fanboy hatred of EA, the game isn't really that much better off than a mediocre edition of Madden, let's be real. Apparently Visual Concepts didn't feel the need to fix any of the bugs that the game encountered back in the day either. Problems like the spotty secondary play, the generic quarterback AI. Instead, they went ahead and piled on gimmicky features like the inclusion of ESPN analyst Chris Berman, draft expert Mel Kiper Jr., and a crib mode that allowed you to play Dollhouse by decorating apartments. Kind of a combination of Barbie's Dream House and an episode of MTV Cribs. What about the first-person football feature? Yeah, that was great for about 5 minutes until you realized it was completely unplayable, but hey, I mean, it was only $20, proving once and for all that you do get what you pay for. And that brings us to Madden 13. Now, game hasn't been released yet. We've all played the demo, at least most of us have. Now, obviously the biggest change this year is the animation engine. Now, hands down, I've always said that the animation aspect of a sports game is half the battle, if not more. Just to see my running back being able to trip over his own teammates is an unbelievable feature to me. Now, I've always preached about that football game, that infamous football game that came out a few years ago called Backbreaker. Now, the animation isn't that intense when it comes to real-time physics, but it's good enough to a point where it balances out very well. But again, the animation feature is what's going to take this game to the next level in terms of rating it amongst the best of all time. Now, with that being said, it's definitely going to tune down on all of the past animation manipulation plays or so-called nano plays that a lot of so-called elite players like to set up prior to snaps. Now, I'm not knocking anybody. There's legit plays that you could set up from an animation standpoint. Yes, I know about the A-gap blitzing and all that stuff, but from a realistic standpoint, it's not real football. But that's just my opinion. That's why you have sim leagues and then you have open leagues. Now, if you're getting offended, then you're guilty. Alright, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just saying, the new engine, it's going to be tougher to manipulate the animation with pre-snap player adjustments or whatever, okay, but that's a whole different story for a whole different video. The commentary's decent. You got the pregame commentary from Jim Nantz and Phil Simms right from the booth upstairs giving their analysis right before the game. Again, very realistic there, so good stuff. We got this new redesigned passing game system, which is a huge improvement. As I mentioned earlier, the play action is back and better than ever. The all-new read and react defensive AI is a huge improvement to the series, guys. Madden NFL 13, August 28th. Can't wait for it to come out. If one of you guys is looking for an online league to join, look no further than MaddenRevolution.com. Sign up. We got classic custom leagues, and we're obviously implementing the connected career mode. So check us out, guys. Sign up, and the verdict is Madden 13 takes down NFL 2K5.